Happy belated new comic book day, guys. These are the books that I picked up on October 2nd, 2019, coming up next. What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Monroe, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to Comic Book Reviews, a weekly series where I bring to you my thoughts on the comic books that I picked up at my local comic book shop. And this week was October 2nd, 2019. That's right, you heard it right. We're in October already. So, this video is coming to you guys a day late. Usually I release my review videos or my comic book haul videos on Thursdays, but work has been absolutely insane. I work in the motion graphics industry, and we had a big shoot this week for a new spot that we're doing. And yeah, I was at work late, and I had to wake up at 5 o'clock to be on the 5:41 train back into the city, so I was not able to record last night. I also lost power right when I got home. I thought about plugging in my lights and be like, all right, you can do it. Just power through it. Like, who cares if you're tired? Everyone's tired. But then right as I was going to get set up, yeah, the power went out. So I was like, all right, that's God telling me to go to bed. The comic gods were like, Bruce, you need some sleep, bro. Get some sleep so you can record tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm recording today or tonight. Yeah, so let's not blabber anymore, and let's talk about the books that I picked up this week at my local comic book shop. And those books were House of X, number 6, Justice League, number 33, DCeased, number 5, Batman, number 80, Young Justice, number 9, Lois Lane, number 4, Sea of Stars, number 4, and Ghost Rider, number 1. Alright guys, this was a big week. It seems like it's back-to-back weeks that are always just these big... I'm picking up like 10 plus books every week, which is just crazy. So, like I said, work's been really crazy. Normally I get to read a couple books at lunch, but I've been on set for the last few days, so I have not been able to read books at lunch, and I've been trying to get as many in on my 40-minute train commute, but I start reading and I get tired, and there's a couple times I've fallen asleep over the last couple days. So, I have not read all my books. Again, I know, Bruce, read your books. But, before we get into the books that I actually read, I'm going to talk a little bit more about them. Man, words are hard. Let's talk about the books that I picked up that I have not read yet. So we have Legion of Superheroes number 2, Legion of Superheroes Millennium number 2. This is the new series by Brian Michael Bendis. He's relaunching Legion of Superheroes, and this is the last book. His like little what's it called? Oh man, words are hard. Like again, his lead up to Legion of Superheroes. There is a word that I'm trying to think of, I can't think of, but this is that book. The second one, the first one was excellent, so I'm really excited to read this one. Next up, we got a Absolute Carnage tie-in. This is Absolute Carnage, The Immortal Hulk number 1. I'm pretty excited about this, even though I've I saw some early reviews, just like the top line on them. A lot of people were saying this actually wasn't that good, even though it's by Al Ewing, who is actually writing The Immortal Hulk, and everyone is gaga over that, so I'm only a little bummed, but you know, I'll read it. I'll bring you guys my review on it. Check out Instagram. I know I was bad last week, guys. I was just really busy at work, but any books I am talking about right now, they will be reviewed on Instagram this week, I promise. Next up, we have Daredevil number 12. This is the amazing Chip Zdarsky writing this book. This has been great. It's had a little bit of ups and downs, but lately it's been really, really good, so I'm excited to see where that is, or where that's going. This is Mark Millar, Space Bandits number 4. I've really been liking this. Stephanie was on the channel a few weeks ago. I think it's 2 weeks ago now. She didn't love it, but yeah, everyone's got their own opinion, right guys? But I really enjoy it, so I'm really excited to see this one. And yeah, I saw this. This is just a random pickup. I did see some reviews on it, or early previews. This is Strange Skies over East Berlin. This is a Boom Studios book. People were saying this was supposed to be pretty good. This is written by Jeff Loveless. I don't know if I read any books by him, so I'm really excited to read this. Yeah, so those are the books that I picked up this week that I have not read, but that I'm excited about. But let's talk about the books that I did read. So the first one up, we have House of X number 6. This is wrapping up the House of X storyline. Yeah, so this is written by Jonathan Hickman and art by Pepe Larraz. The art by Pepe is always amazing. It's one of the highlights of this book. Man, the glare of my new lights. Oh yeah, guys. You guys need to let me know about my new lights. I have 2 new lights. So a total of 4 lights now. Hopefully the lighting on my beautiful face is a little better. But back to House of X. So this book, besides the artwork by Pepe, is absolutely amazing. But I gotta say I was a little bit kind of like let down in this final issue. I was actually really excited to see where this book was going, especially when this book first started. I thought it like shot out of a cannon. It was so good when it first started. But as we've gone on and on, I'm not absolutely loving, man, the glare with these new lights is crazy. Where Jonathan Hickman is taking these characters. To me, it kind of seems like they're all being like brainwashed by Professor Xavier, and yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously still in love with the series. I like the idea of relaunching the X-Men, giving them a new purpose, putting them in, on a new path to hopefully bringing them back into like the Marvel universe and making them big and powerful again. Because I love the X-Men. I hope Jonathan Hickman can do that. But for the final issue, I personally was kind of let down by this one. But overall, the 6 issues were amazing. I mean, this next week comes out the final issue of Power of 10 or Power of X, whatever you say, or however you were saying it. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I was liking this book more, but the last issue of Powers was really good. So we'll see where that goes. All right, next up we have Justice League number 33. This is written by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV, and art by Bruno Redondo and Daniel Sempier. This was an interesting book. I've really been loving Justice League ever since Scott Snyder picked it up. I love James Tynion work. I'm loving the craziness that's happening with these characters. I love the fact that they brought back the Justice League Society, JLA, Justice League Society. I love what he's doing with the Anti-Monitor and the World Forger. Yeah, it's just a great, crazy, over-the-top stories with, you know, the best characters in the DC universe. It's just a really fun book. I've been saying this since I've been reading this book. This is an excellent read for all new, old readers. If you're even interested a little bit in the Justice League, I would pick this up. If you like Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, pick this up. Scott Snyder, James Tynion, crushing this book. It's a really, really good read. This is probably my pick of the week. This book was such an amazing book. This is DCeased number 5. This is written by Tom Taylor and art by Trevor Hairsine. But check out this cardstock cover. I'll put the variant cover artist on this, but I saw this one, I had to have it. It was so good. Hate the $1 extra for the cardstock cover, but man, this book was so good. So I don't want to go too much into the book because I don't want to ruin it, because I really think you guys should be reading this book. This book is incredible. It's such a fun read. Stephanie loves this book. She's getting caught up on this. I'll have her on the channel soon, and she'll talk all about it. It's so fun to see all these heroes who are usually like, you know, they're never gonna die, or they die, they're gonna come back to life. And this, I don't think that's gonna happen. In this book, it starts where the last like 4 issues, everything was bad. Everything was falling apart. The zombie plague was killing everybody. And this one, it kind of slowed down. The heroes did some good things. They made sanctuaries for the humans, and then obviously stuff started going wrong again. And this is so good. Tom Taylor, guys, pick this book up. Next up, another amazing book for all those people who are reviewing Batman and saying it's slow. Finally, it picked up for you guys. This is Batman number 80. This is written by Tom King, and this is art by the great John Romita Jr. I'm not a huge fan of his, but he is a huge name in the comic book industry, and I actually really enjoyed his art on Batman. This is actually really enjoyable to me, which is kind of crazy, because I normally really do not like him very much. But this story is so good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the people who I listen to a lot of comic book reviewers, because I'm a comic book reviewer myself, and I want to hear other people's thoughts. And a lot of people are saying this book has been so slow. It's not the Batman that they want, and they're waiting for it to pick up. They're waiting for the story to happen. Well, people, it's happening in this. Batman and Catwoman will go back to Gotham City, and they start to take it back over. It is such a good book. It was a fast read. Man, I flew through this book because it was almost all action. It was so good. So yeah, this is number 80. Not a great jumping in point for any of you people who are thinking, oh man, Bruce is loving this book. Maybe I should jump in. It's a lot of issues to get caught up, but pick it up and trade. I think you guys will love it, but there's other people who think differently than me. But like I said, everyone's got their own opinion. All right, up next we have Young Justice number 9. This is written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Andre Lima Arvio and John Timms. I'm sorry, I totally butchered your name. But this continues again. This was another great book. Last issue was so good. This issue was so good. This issue dealt a lot with Teen Lantern and how she got her ring, or kind of like a power pack when like glove type situation. And this, I believe this is art by Andre, and it is so good. It was beautiful art. And then so Teen Lantern, I guess, comes from Bolivia, and oh man, it was so good. She's got like a tragic classic, it was kind of like a twist on Green Lantern's, like Hal Jordan's origin story. It had kind of like a twist to that story, so which is really good. I loved what happened into when they went back to the present time and what's happening with the team. We got more with Red Robin and Stephanie, the alt universe Stephanie Brown, and Kid Flash, or Impulse, not Kid Flash. Yeah, this book was just so fun. Absolutely loving the alternate universe characters or versions of all these characters. Really fun book. This is finally hitting his stride. I highly suggest you guys pick up Young Justice number 9. Again, it's not a great jumping in point, but if you just pick up issues 8 and 9 and kind of figure things out as you go, I think you'll really enjoy it. Next up, we have Lois Lane number 4. This is written by Greg Rucka and art by Mike Perkins. Pretty cool cover. This again continues to be an incredible book. This is not the best issue. It dealt a lot. It felt to me like it was kind of like a Legion of Superheroes like tie-in book almost, because it dealt a lot with Lois Lane's son. Oh, why can't I think of his name? It's not John, is it? I'll put Lois Lane's son on name. He's, you know, Superboy, and is talking about how she doesn't, like, he needs to ask her a question, and she's afraid he's gonna be mad at her, and it's just about him wanting to join the Legion of Superheroes 1,000 years in the future. Yeah, we get some more information, I think, on what's happening with the villain. We get this crazy girl, and we got some awesome stuff with the question, both the male and the female question, and who doesn't love Montoya? Yeah, it just is a great book because it really doesn't deal too much with superheroes. If you're looking for kind of like a murder mystery book, this is your book. This is a really good book with just a little bit of superheroes weaved in. Not a good jumping in point. It's number 4, but if you did want to jump in, collect those 3 other issues, you'll enjoy it. All right, next up we have Sea of Stars number 4. This is written by Jason Aaron and Dennis Hillum, and art by Stephen Green. Man, I need to learn how to pronounce names. This continues to be a really good read. I didn't love this issue. I really enjoyed the father story, but what there had happened with the son, it wasn't as interesting. Again, this is a story about set off way in space and into the future, and a son and father are on a trucking ship, and the ship gets destroyed and they get separated, and it's all about the father and son trying to get back to each other. Yeah, and they threw in some it's obviously got some twists and craziness happening. But yeah, I didn't love what's happening to the son, but the story with the father was awesome. But this is a good book. Through 4 issues, this was the only one I was kind of like, meh, but it was still really good. So definitely pick up Sea of Stars number 4. It was very enjoyable. All right, last book of the week, we have Ghost Rider number 1. This is written by Ed Brisson and art by Aaron Cooter. This was awesome. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. They're doing a lot with the Ghost Riders in Avengers, and they're setting up, and then they have the Cosmic Ghost Rider. There's just a lot of Ghost Riders happening, and this was awesome. I dealt with a few of the Ghost Riders, and yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because, yeah, it's got great art. Aaron Cooter's art was excellent. Yeah, I didn't know I liked Ghost Rider that much, but this was an awesome book because Johnny Blaze is now the king of hell, and demons are trying to escape, and he went back to Earth, and he hasn't been back to Earth in a long time, and he runs into another Ghost Rider, and I don't know that much, and I'm totally blanking on the other Ghost Rider's name, but it was a really fun read. It did have a $4.99 cover price, which I didn't love, but it's #1. It's a little bit bigger than a normal book, but it was really fun. I would definitely suggest picking this up. The writing was excellent in this, and yeah, the story was great. All right, that's it for the week, guys. So yeah, like I said, I apologize for being a day late. Work has just been crazy, but I'm still bringing you content this week, guys. And tomorrow night, Steffi and I are going to do our best to live stream for you guys. That's right. When I put this video out on Friday, if you guys watch that video and you make it all the way to the end, you guys will know that we are going to live stream tomorrow night if I can get my setup working. That's the thing. Yeah, we'll let you guys know on Instagram, Facebook. We'll blast out. Hopefully you guys stop by. Come and talk with us tomorrow night. Be around 9:30 or 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, and we're going to talk comics, comic news. I mean, Comic-Con's going right now, so there'll be some bunch of juicy info to talk about. And yeah, come stop by, say hello. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. You guys know what to do. If you guys like this content, smash that like button. And if you guys, you know, would like to let me know what you guys are reading, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys are reading, or if there's books that I should be reading, please let me know. And yeah, that's going to be it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.